On today's video, we are going to be transforming thrifted and Dollar Tree items into gorgeous vintage Christmas decor inspired by the movie It's a Wonderful Life. Debbie from DIY Paint invited me and 10 other creators to participate in this collaboration. We are featuring the new holiday sampler kit from DIY Paint, and we're going to see how far these paints can go. This is the perfect kit for all of your Christmas and holiday crafting. The holiday sampler kit includes 8 2-ounce sample sizes, with one of them being golden ticket. I picked up these wooden ornaments from the Dollar Tree. We are going to make over 3 different sets of ornaments, 2 cheese boxes that I think you're going to absolutely love, and a bonus project. So close your eyes and let's pretend we're about to have the best Christmas party and we're getting ready for it. So we're going to make some decorations for the party. Okay, you don't really have to close your eyes now. That was just for fun. After the paint has completely dried, I'm going to seal them up with Big Top. Big Top is one of DIY Paint's sealers. Because DIY Paint is a clay-based paint, it can be reactivated by water, so you do need to seal it up. I'm going to link a playlist to all the other collaborators' videos, and it will be right there in my description. You don't want to miss out on their videos as well. Next, we're going to take out the color Golden Ticket, and we're going to add a cap to the ornament. You're going to see what this beautiful golden ticket looks like with one coat, but ultimately I'm going to add 2 different coats so we get a beautiful opaque color. This beautiful teal color is called Walk on Water. It's one of the newest colors from Debbie's DIY Paint. Now for the fun part of these ornaments. We are going to embellish them so they look antique, vintage, just like the 1940s. If you love that old-fashioned Christmas style, you'll love this transfer set. This is called the Christmas Joy Transfer Set. I still have a few of these transfers left. You want to pick them up. All of the IOD new release, I have it listed on my website, but it is limited edition, and when it's gone, it's gone. And I guarantee you that next year at this time, you're going to wish you had these different transfers. After looking through this book, I knew that I wanted to use some of these bells with those beautiful red ribbons. I wanted to add some red to all of these ornaments so they kind of had a cohesive look. And then I had an idea. I decided that I wanted to paint a black circle in the middle of this ornament. So it would look kind of like those ornaments that were sunken in. You know what I'm talking about? When I applied some of the Big Top, I think because I didn't let the paint completely dry, it started to smear a little bit, but I went with it because it actually gave the ornaments that aged look. So you have to make sure that when you're painting with DIY paint that you let the paint completely dry, preferably overnight before you seal it. I'm now applying that bell transfer to this ornament. Y'all, look how pretty this transfer looks on the black. I think it looks so elegant and so beautiful. If you've never used a transfer before, they're very easy. You're just going to take off that white backing, press the transfer down on your ornament. It's going to be sticky, and then you're going to take out that little stick that comes with all of your transfer sets. You're just going to rub that transfer with your stick and then pull it up. If the transfer does not come off of that clear piece right there, just lay it back down and rub it again, and it will adhere to your piece. Afterwards, you're just going to take your hand and gently rub it so that it rubs into your piece and is completely adhered to your piece. I also decided to add a Christmas saying to this ornament. I thought that added a nice vintage touch. If you're enjoying these ornament makeovers, just write the word bell below so I know that you're still here with me. After you have applied all of your transfers, you're going to need to seal them in again with that big top. I actually surprised myself at the Dollar Tree the other day, and I picked up several different containers of glitter. It had been a long time since I had used any glitter, but when I started thinking about these ornaments that I wanted to make, I thought that they needed some glitter. So we're going to take this gold glitter glue, and we're going to, that sounds like one of those Sally by the seashore. Anyway, this gold glitter glue, and we're going to put a very thick, what do you call that? Ring of gold glitter around the edge of that black. I think it looks so good, and it looks just like those ornaments. You know, a lot of the ornaments from the 1940s had a lot of glitter. I had so much fun making this set of ornaments. Now, some of these colors admittedly are outside of my norm, but I thought that they worked perfectly for the theme of the 1940s. We still have 2 more sets of ornaments, the cheese boxes, and we have a bonus project you don't want to miss out on, so y'all stick around. If you like high-end DIYs and thrift flips, consider subscribing to my channel, and don't forget to hit that notification bell because you don't want to miss out on any of my upcoming Christmas and decor videos. I would appreciate you hitting that like button, that thumbs up button, if you enjoyed this first project. The next project is going to be a set of cheese boxes. I love to make over cheese boxes. Sometimes I put them in my booth as is, but they rarely sell as is. So I thought this will be really fun to make over. So I took out the color Carnival Red, and I'm going to paint this entire piece in that beautiful Carnival Red. We're going to give it one good coat of paint. Originally, I was going to paint this cheese box and the other cheese box, and I had found a picture on Pinterest, and it was a set of old rusted cookie tins, retro looking, vintage looking, whatever you want to say, had some candy canes on it. It was super cute. But then, for some reason, I thought, no, I want to do something different. I originally painted it with the color Farm Fresh, and now I'm going back with the color Walk on Water. If you're enjoying my Christmas makeovers and you'd like to get your own kit, you can purchase it from me. I'll put a link right there in the description and one down in the comments. Now that the paint has completely dried, I'm going to go back with a wet wipe, and I'm going to distress that lid, because if you remember, that lid was black underneath. So I want some of that black to show through so it gives it a nice aged look. Now I want these to look like they came from the 1940s. So they look like they have been aged and distressed because they are from the 1940s. So they are antique cheese boxes. I went ahead and sealed it up with Big Top. And at this point, after I'd already sealed it up, I decided, instead of doing the candy canes and all that fun stuff that I was going to do, I decided that I would use one of the new paint inlays, because I love the colors. They blend perfectly with the colors that we're using in this video. And I thought this would be a really fun project. If you've never used a paint inlay, they're really fun and they can give you a gorgeous look. There's 2 different ways that you can use paint inlays. You can either use them with a top coat, or you could use them within some chalk paint. So I'm going to use this with the top coat method. So you're just going to paint your top coat on, and then you're going to lay your piece directly face down onto into this sealer, and then you're going to let it dry. When you're adding these paint inlays to your projects, you really have to be careful about thinking what you're doing. Right here, I realized that I had laid it down crooked, so I removed it, added some more of that top coat, and then I'm going to gently place the paint inlay back down again, making sure that it's spaced exactly how I want it, and then I'm just going to rub over the entire piece with my hands to make sure that the paint gets down into that top coat. This method, you don't want your piece to dry completely. You want it to dry but not dry completely. With the chalk paint, you can leave it on overnight and it'll be fine. So now I'm taking that same paint inlay and I'm just going to add it over the entire piece, just adding the floral pieces all over these strips I'm going to add around the rim. I was so excited about this project, but then there came a point in time where I almost decided to paint all over again. But instead of giving up, I thought that I would plow forward. So basically what happened is, because there are some ridges and the wood is rough and uneven, the paint inlay didn't transfer like it would if you transferred it onto a smooth surface. But instead of painting it over, which I wanted to, I thought about, I decided that I would just add some more paint inlays on top of the ones that didn't transfer completely and give it a nice layered aged look. And in the end, I ended up loving how these pieces looked. I let these pieces completely dry overnight, and then I'm just going to go back with some clear wax on top of all of these pieces to seal up the paint inlay. You see how it darkens it up just a little bit. If you wanted to age up your piece a little bit, you could add some dark wax on top of this as well, but I decided just to leave it the clear wax. I think it's beautiful as is, and sometimes you can do too much to your project, so I'm just going to leave it as is, and y'all let me know what you think about these cheese boxes. I think they are absolutely gorgeous. They look vintage, they look high-end, and I'm so pleased with how they all turned out. I ended up having to layer up some additional paint inlays on top of the ones. Some of them look a little bit distressed, but I actually love that distressed look. It gives you that perfect aged look. If y'all enjoyed this project, y'all let me know in the comments. I want y'all to watch all these projects and let me know which one of these is your favorite. And don't forget, if you're loving these projects and you would like to get your own sampler kit, I'll have a link to the sampler kit in my description and in the comments. We're going to make over some of these snowflake ornaments. I bought a whole stack of these ornaments because I thought that they would be really great to decorate my booth with, and they would last throughout the winter. But I decided to pull out a few of these for this video so that I could make some of these snowflakes. They're going to be different yet cohesive with the first set of ornaments. Here is my tip of the day. If you're painting these kind of wood cutouts on paper, craft paper like I am, you need to set them up on top of something. I have them sitting on top of probably some paint or something. That's what I usually do, so that they're not touching the craft paper, because the paint will drip underneath and then it will dry to the paper, and then you'll have to deal with getting that paper off of the back of your snowflake or ornament. And I know this because that's happened to me many times. So I'm just taking that walk-on watercolor and then some of the white DIY, what's it called, white swan, and I'm mixing it together just to get a lighter color blue. Now I'm just mixing it right there on the snowflake just to show you how easy it is to blend, and you can just blend it right there on your piece since it's nice and big. If you don't want to blend it on your piece and you don't want it to be streaky at all, you can just blend it in a separate container. We're going to apply some fun vintage floral transfers to the center of these snowflakes. I love the colors on these transfers, but unfortunately this set is from last year's Christmas and it's sold out, so you can't get it. But there's still many more transfer sets, and all of the new Christmas transfer sets are still available on my website. I'm picturing all of these large ornaments hanging from the ceiling. I think they would give that perfect 1940s vintage vibe. I'm actually going to hang all of these in my booth at the Antique Mall at Alice Cedar Chest in Gainesville, Georgia, where I have my DIY paint. Now we're going to take some of the DIY paint frosting and we're going to add it to the remainder of that white swan paint. All you have to do is you just pour a little bit of that paint frosting into your paint, stir it up really good, and it's going to thicken up your paint, which will make it perfect to use as snow. So I'm just going to take that snow that I made and paint it on all around the edges. It's giving it some really great texture. And then I'm taking some of the white shimmery glitter that I purchased from Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to sprinkle it along the edges. I don't often use Dollar Tree items in my videos, but some of you seem to enjoy when I do use the Dollar Tree items. So y'all let me know what you think. Do you like to see items like this that you guys can go out and purchase and make over versus the thrifted items that sometimes can be a little bit more one of a kind? Y'all let me know in the comments what you think. I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit of this gold glitter. This came in a 3-pack. I'm just going to go around the edges 2 different times and let it just drop into that snow. I love how those snowflakes turned out. I think they look so sweet. Now this one is going to be a very fast makeover. We're going to paint one black, one walk on water, and then one of the stars pink. We're going to add some of that golden ticket, and then we're just going to wipe it away. It gives it a really Hollywood regal looking gold effect. And this is just going to be a very simple ornament, but I love it just the same. On the next ornament, we're going to take a little piece of Noel from the Figgy and Flourish gilded transfer set, and we're just going to rub it on, and then we're just going to add a little bit of that golden ticket to the edge, and then we're just going to wipe that off. And we're going to add some of this big chunky glitter on the edges. Now that was really fun. I just used some liquid patina and then I sprinkled that large glitter around the edges. Vintage Christmas video is not complete without some bottle brush trees. I thrifted 4 of these beautiful pink candle holders. All we're going to do is we're going to take some hot glue. We're going to put a little air dry clay in the bottom of these candle holders. Add some hot glue at the bottom first, then your air dry clay, then a little bit more hot glue, and then just add your bottle brush tree into the bottom, and you have an instant decoration. I love how these bottle brush trees look in the little candle holders. Thank you so much for spending your time here with me today, and don't forget to check out the playlist so you can view all the other creators' videos. I'll have it linked for you in the description.